What's up? This is Xavier, aka X, and I picked up the Galaxy Watch Ultra. Question is it a monster in its own right, or just another Apple Watch clone? It's time we find out. Smartwatches have always had this secret agent kind of James Bond-esque sort of vibe, which is dope. But the thought of having to charge one every day, despite charging my smartphone on the daily basis, at least in years past, has never really seemed cool. Until the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro came out. This, total game changer for me. I'm talking battery life over 2 days. It's now on Wear OS, which means I have so many more apps at my disposal instead of Samsung's previous platform, and it lived up to the hype. So for me at that time, that was the ultimate smartwatch. But the following year, the Galaxy Watch 6 did not have the same battery. I get it, it wasn't a Pro variant, but it did not get close. Since I jumped back and forth between iOS and Android, I bought the Apple Watch Ultra. And it was everything that you would expect out of an Apple product. I mean, build quality was great, battery life was on par with the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, which is a really long name, but it checked all the boxes. It even came outfitted with a scuba diving app where you can go up to I think it was 40 meters, and I tested it, which was crazy, a lot of fun. But that definitely raised the bar for me for smartwatches. All of the animations were super smooth, and while I did love my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, it wasn't that. It was kind of a laggy mess. Just going from app to app or from app to home screen, I could pretty much count the frames. So, much to my surprise, when I got the Galaxy Watch Ultra, everything looks super clear, the animations are very fluid, and I'm just oh, they've changed a lot. And they did, but the refresh rate is still 60 hertz. And when I compared it to the Apple Watch Ultra, still 60 hertz. So, I don't know if what I experienced on the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro is just what you typically get out of a couple-year-old Android device where it starts to get laggy. I know I experienced the same thing with my Z Fold 4. Maybe not everyone experiences this. Maybe I just am unlucky with Androids, but it's good for right now. So with that being said, a lot of people are calling this new Galaxy Watch Ultra essentially an Apple Watch Ultra clone. And I get it. The name, the colors, yeah, I understand. Problem is, there's this thing called the Gear Sport. And I think people have kind of forgot about that. But if you go back and look at the Samsung Galaxy Gear Sport, it looks just like this. So they just kind of went back a little bit. Yeah, they took the Ultra name. Yeah, they threw in the orange. And so I get the comparisons. But it's still a little different. So I get it. Smartwatches aren't for everyone. For me, I use it for fitness, sleep tracking, its cellular connectivity. There's been plenty of times where I've been playing sports and I have a phone call that I absolutely cannot miss. I call timeout and I can answer the phone call from the watch. That is an absolute game changer for me. And I have other friends that use it for swimming, for running, for yoga. It's so useful when it comes from a health and fitness standpoint, just because you don't have to have that heavy smartphone attached to your hip. And it still tracks all the data. And another thing, I don't use Bixby. I don't know how many of you actually do use Bixby, but it's not very helpful for me. What time is the football game tonight?
I couldn't find any upcoming games.
Oh, you couldn't find any games. Wonderful. There is a game tonight. Now, prior to filming this video, I did conduct a little experiment. I decided that I was going to charge this Galaxy Watch all the way up to 95% before I had to leave and track it. And from 95%, it said it was going to last me 2 days and 8 hours. Now, I did everything that I would typically do during this little experiment. I was playing sports, I was working out, I used it for sleep tracking. Now, I did have always on display off, and I did leave race to wake on. But at the end of the 2 days and 8 hours, it was right around 1 or 2%. So for charging speeds, Now, I don't know the official numbers on this, but it did feel like the Apple Watch Ultra was charging a little bit faster than that Galaxy Watch Ultra. Now, neither one of them are blazingly fast. They're not terribly slow either. I think it took me about 2 hours to charge the Galaxy Watch Ultra from 0 back up to 100, so not terrible. Now, I know I'm only comparing it between the previous Galaxy Watch 5 Pro that I owned and the Apple Watch Ultra as well. I haven't forgot about the certain juggernaut from OnePlus that's supposed to last for 3 days, which is amazing. But for me, I need LTE connectivity. So while OnePlus making it 3 days is mind blowing, it just doesn't suit my needs. Now, if they make a OnePlus Watch 3 that has LTE connectivity and still gives me those 3 days, you will see that on my wrist, and I can guarantee that. You know what? Let's test out a call. Hopefully we get an answer. Ringing.
Hello?
Hey there.
What's up?
How do I sound?
Good?
Like just as clear as if I was calling you on a cell phone?
Aren't you calling me on a cell phone?
Not quite. Calling you on my watch. But just wanted to check for the clarity, but apparently I sound good. So I'll hit you up in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
And there you have it. So with that being said, the Galaxy Watch Ultra for me is my top smartwatch from Android for at least this year. Now, that's largely due to the LTE connectivity because the battery life on that OnePlus watch is crazy. And I still got a Pixel watch that's coming in with the Pixel Fold that I'm going to be taking a look at in the next couple of weeks. But let me know what you think. Do you have a current Android smartwatch juggernaut that maybe I'm overlooking? Let me know. Until next time.